Okay, so let's just take your average.
Yeah.
And this is in America or in the UK or both?
It's all around the world.
Okay.
It's all around the world.
So let's just take a research facility at a university in the UK, and we can probably name several between us. You're saying they are under the influence of Big Pharma?
Yeah, and it's not like a sort of...
Because they're going to dispute that, aren't they?
Yeah, it's not... Well, let me explain how this works. So we take a step back. Let's go a bit more further upstream. When we prescribe drugs in medicine, there are processes that happen. There are publications in medical journals. There are approval by regulators. Okay. Now, those trials that are done are invariably designed by the drug companies. And often these trials, these randomized trials, these sort of high quality level of evidence trials, they involve thousands and thousands of patients. And those trials can go on for several years. And the data on those trials is often tens of thousands of pages. What they do is the drug companies, and this is something that isn't very well known, even before the trial starts on this product they think is going to be beneficial, they're already deciding what their marketing strategy is. So there's already a bias introduced. They then design the trial, and they design the trial in a way. So there's so many ways of biasing the results, of a way that is going to likely give them the best results. And sometimes that can mean that they choose certain participants in the trial that are less likely to get side effects. Then what happens is the summary results are then given to the regulators, who then make a decision on whether or not to approve the drug. And so that means most of the time, they do not look at all of the data. They just trust what they're given by the drug companies. Now, the drug companies, their legal obligation is to produce profit for shareholders. They don't actually have a legal obligation to give you the best treatment. But I think there is a misconception out there, first of all, that medicine is an exact science, and it's not. It's an applied science. It's a science of human beings. Social science is constantly evolving. There are many discoveries that have happened historically where you've thought, of course, this is going to work. You put it through the trial. Let's say, for example, you discover a biomarker in the body associated with disease, okay? You found this biomarker and you think, okay, we're going to develop a drug to lower that biomarker, influence it, and then protect people from, say, heart attacks or stroke or whatever. Let's say we can take an example of statins. Actually, that's a good one. So let's look at statins, one of the most prescribed drugs in the history of the world. And when you look at the issue about statins, and this is not just my view, the BMJ have been involved in a campaign for years on this to try and get access to the raw data. What that means is the raw data from those trials has never been independently verified. The scientists at Oxford who conducted the analysis also have got a bias. Now, I'm not saying that they've deliberately done anything, but there is a bias because they've also received lots of money, hundreds of millions from drug companies to their institution. So it becomes, and then there are discrepancies between what's published, and then other scientists come out and say, hold on a minute, or real world doctors say, you've published in The Lancet saying that the side effects of statins are less than 1% in terms of, say, muscle aches. Nothing life-threatening, let's be honest here, because I manage lots of patients who've taken statins. And then in the real world, suddenly people start saying, hold on a minute, doc's saying, I'm diagnosing about 20%. Like, what's going on? In fact, that's the reason I even started on this journey. But the point I'm making is, you've got a product that might have some scientific validity, you've got to test that hypothesis. And when the testing is done, the drug companies are already there thinking, hold on a minute, we were going to put all this money into the trial. We need to make money out of this. So they are already biased towards, and what happens at the result? It doesn't mean the drug doesn't work, but what happens at the result is that the safety and the benefits are invariably grossly exaggerated.
So you would question the journey from the science at the start to the chemist, effectively, of those drugs.